Jai the student, today we are going to discuss some important question in the chapter determination of income and employment. Explain all the changes that will take place in economic when aggregate demand is not equal to aggregate supply, or explain all the changes that take place in economy when aggregate demand and aggregate supply are not equal. The first point, if aggregate demand is greater than the aggregate supply, that is ADS is greater than AS, flow of goods and services in the economy tend to be less than their demand, and the existing stock of the producer would be sold out and the producer would suffer for the loss of unfulfilled demand. To rebuild the desired stock, avoid the loss of unfulfilled demand, the producer would plan greater production as aggregate supply would increase to become equal to aggregate demand. This is how the aggregate supply covers with the aggregate demand. Next point, if aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply, that is AD is less than AS, flow of goods and services in the economy tend to be exceed their demand. As a result, some of the goods would be remain though unsold to clear the unwanted stock. The producer would plan a cut in production, and consequently AS would reduce to become equal to AD, and this is how the AS adopt itself to AD. Next question, explain the meaning of underemployment equilibrium. Explain the two measures by which the full employment equilibrium can be reached. The answer for this question, underemployment equilibrium refer to the situation where AD is equal to AS, that is aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply, but all those who are able to work and willing to work at the existing wage rate do not get work. This situation can be explained with the help of diagram. In the figure you can see that underemployment equilibrium occur owing to deficit demand or the lack of aggregate demand, that is AD. In figure, deficit demand is equal to FK. Here you can see that underemployment equilibrium occur owing to deficient demand or the lack of aggregate demand, and deficit demand is equal to FK. This can be addressed by the way of increasing AD. The two important measures to raise aggregate demand and reach the situation of full employment are under: first, public expenditure on public work and public welfare, public investment should be increased. All this will act as an injection of demand into the system and is expected to induce the private expenditure, and aggregate demand is expected to rise and the situations of full employment equilibrium will be reached. Next, central bank should decrease the repo rate, and it is the rate at which the central bank lend money to the commercial bank. A decrease in repo rate lower than the market rate of interest, promoting the rise in the demand for credit, and expansion in the demand for credit lead to rise in the aggregate demand. So the situation of full employment equilibrium will be reached. Next question, explain the concept of deflationary gap and the role of open market operation in reducing this gap. The answer for this question is, deflationary gap is the shortfall in aggregate demand from the level required to maintain full employment equilibrium in the economy. So it causes deficient demand in the economy. Owing to deficient demand, the planned level of output is reduced. Along with reduction in the level of output, level of income, employment also tend to reduce. The economy is driven into the state of low level of equilibrium trap. Open market operation is the policy that focus on increasing and decreasing the stock of liquidity with the people as well as with the commercial bank through the sale and purchase of security by the central bank. During the situation of deflationary gap, when cash balance need to be increased, means to simulate the level of aggregate demand, the central bank start buying security. The purchase of security inject the purchasing power into the money market, so cash balance of the commercial bank start picking up. This enhance their capacity to create the credit, and flow of credit increase, lending to increase in AD, and deflationary gap is corrected.